Yeah. Caleb, congratulations on the debut season, mate. Where do you want to take your game to next season?
Yeah, no, thanks, mate. I just really want to keep improving. I think throughout this off season, a few of the boys are staying, or a lot of the boys are staying over in Perth, and I think we're really keen to hopefully train together and work really hard. So I think for me, it's just continuing to improve my fitness and hopefully maybe continue to slim down a little bit more and make sure I'm really elite in that area, and then also the midfield craft, just continually improve in body work and running patterns and stuff like that, and kind of keep picking the brains of guys like Dave, Nath and Kari as well. So looking forward to doing that.
You have a bit of confidence that another pre-season does take you up to another level immediately, or should we temper expectations from here?
Well, for me, I have pretty high expectations on myself, so I'm not going to kind of be satisfied with just plateauing from this point. I really want to keep improving, but yeah, for me, it's just continually growing, and just asking as many questions as I can from guys, like I said, like Nathan, Dave, and Kari, and JL, and even some of the off-field stuff with Andy and Ches, just continually improving our off-field habits and preparation just to make sure we're getting the best out of ourselves. So, yeah, like I said, I've got pretty high expectations on myself, but yeah, for me, I just want to keep improving.
Can you drag a few of your teammates with you? Think there's that drive to keep improving?
I think so, definitely. I think all of us, we kind of spoke a little bit after the last game, and we were all just really keen to keep improving over this break, and we really just want to take Fremantle back to the final. So I think it was a good young group, as well as the senior guys as well. We're really determined to keep getting better as a club and a team. So we want to compete, we want to be there fighting for the flag. So I think everyone's really driven to do that over the break.
Tom ABC, congratulations. Now you've had a bit of time to sort of digest your first AFL season. What have been the sort of standout challenges that come with AFL football, and what are the learnings, if you use that word, that you can take into next year?
Yeah, I think this year especially, it's been tough in terms of just short turnarounds and stuff like that. I'm not really used to that on a consistent basis. I've kind of done it a couple of times in the national champs and stuff like that, but in terms of like 4 games in 14 days, I haven't really done that before. So in terms of preparation and recovery and stuff like that, it had to be elite to make sure we were getting up each game. So that was a big challenge. But I think on field, I think some of the guys I was playing on were a massive challenge. Like initially, like guys like Paddy Dangerfield, Taylor Adams, Luke Parker, Paddy Cripps, those kind of guys. I learned a lot from them, and kind of tried to take notes on those guys after the game, and trying to take away little things that they did, or things that I could have improved on or did well in those kind of games. And that's probably a big challenge, playing against the best mids in the competition week in, week out. So I learned a lot from those guys.
You've spoken about how Nat Fyfe said to you that you don't want to be sort of a one season wonder. What tips has he given you about sort of building a career now that you've sort of ticked off one award in your very first season?
Yeah, I kind of spoke to him heading into the last game, and he just said that he didn't want. Well, he said you don't want to be remembered as that guy that had a good first year and then kind of plateaued. So, and I just said to him that I had no interest in doing that. You kind of hear the second year blues and stuff like that, but I think for me, that kind of will take care of itself if I prepare well. He's really big on preparation, and that gives you confidence, and you know that you've done all the work once it gets to game day or training day. So I think for me, just that preparation is going to be the biggest thing. Continue preparation starts with pre-season, starts with the break, and really looking after myself and training hard, and then take it into next year and make sure I'm in best shape, both mentally and physically, so I can really take it on next year and keep improving.
What's the go ahead, Matty.
Okay. Cheers, Caleb, well done. Congrats on a great year. Just wondering, in terms of your exit interview, have you been able to have that at the club yet?
No, I've got mine on Monday, so we've had a couple of medicals and stuff so far, but I'll speak to JL and the other coaches on Monday.
Okay, in terms of isolation, and you're obviously in the second stint now, who are your housemates with at the moment, and in terms of sort of Mad Mondays, we know that they're sort of few and far between these days, but have you been able to celebrate it all with a beer with some of your housemates?
We've got a fair household at the moment. I live with 3 other players, and we've got a couple of the girlfriends over as well. So we've got about 7 of us living together in a pretty big house. So that's been good fun. It's always something to do. But no, we've been pretty quiet. I think we've just been chilling out and just trying to relax at the end of the season. We've had a couple of quiet beers here and there, but that's about it. It's not really bad Monday or anything. You can't really do anything in quarantine, so we're just chilling. We've got about 10 more days I think to go, and yeah, this is my sixth week of quarantine, so I'm about sick of it. So I'm looking forward to getting out.
I'm sure you will. Hey, mate, I know you've been through a couple of areas, your fitness, you want to slim down, you want to be elite, all that sort of stuff. But I did notice you said one thing in terms of when you got in the team, you wanted to stay in the team. That was your real goal this year, and obviously you've done that, you're now in the team. But if there's one goal that you want to do next year, what is it that's the one that really wants to sort of, I guess, ram home and take you to 2021?
I think for me, at the moment, I haven't really thought too much about next year. I'm just trying to digest this year. At the moment, it's been a bit of a whirlwind year and pretty full-on year. So I think for me, at the moment, I just really want to, like I said, my fitness and strength over the off-season. But I think next year, I just want to continue to improve and just be a consistent player. I think a few times this year, there might have been a few games where I kind of dropped off or something like that. But I just want to be a really consistent player that plays my role for the team week in, week out. So I think if I can do that, then whatever goals I set, I'll hopefully be able to achieve.
Last one from me, Matt. I think you just said, obviously, you're going to stay here in Perth for a while and train with the boys. Have you got any plans to head back to Melbourne to see the family, or is it pretty much you're going to, stay put here and stay here and train? And then, I guess, how's it been with your family? I guess there's been a few FaceTimes and Zooms, so to speak, but nothing in person.
Yeah, it's been tough this year. They're always at every one of my games, so to have kind of me realise my dream of playing AFL footy and to not have them in the stands cheering or there by my side was kind of tough at times, but I always know they're only a phone call away, and the support they've given me this year and my whole life's been fantastic. So, but at the moment, yeah, it's tough to kind of head back home. I kind of, like I said before, I've already done 6 weeks of quarantine after this stint, and I don't really have any interest in doing another 2 if I go back to Victoria and have to come back to WA. So I think at the moment I'm going to stick around, and hopefully the eastern borders open up a little bit and I can head back home without the quarantine. But if not, then I think a few of the boys might stay here and are in a similar boat. So if that's the case, then we'll just kind of chuck our arm around each other and have Christmas in Perth with the boys. So either way, I'm kind of looking forward to the break.
Caleb, Rory from 7 here. Congratulations, mate. Just wondering, the year that you've had, is that sort of the expectation you set for yourself, or did you sort of go above and beyond what you thought you could do this year?
To be honest, I wasn't really sure what to expect coming into the system. I've always had really high expectations on myself, and never really satisfied with what I'm doing and want to continually improve. So I think coming in, I just wanted to initially just debut. I think that was my first goal, and then, like I said a few times, I had that other goal of just once I get in the team, I just wanted to stay in the team and just play my role for the team. I think JL's biggest thing this year, his biggest message is to play your role. I think if I was able to do that, I was able to stay in the team. So I think I did that in the end and was able to stick around. But I think for me, I wasn't really sure what to expect in terms of my individual output coming into the season. But I think whatever goals I had to set, I definitely exceeded those. So I was really happy with my season in the end, and I haven't really had a chance to digest it too much. But overall, I was pretty pleased.
I mean, I'm sure you'll probably sort of reassess as you go forward from here, but I mean, given the year that you have had and you're going above those expectations, like you said, do you sort of, I don't know, reassess what you might be capable of producing in this league and become one of the best of the best?
I think in time that will kind of take care of itself, but I think for me the preparation's key. I think I've shown myself this year that when I do prepare well and when I do everything that I can to prepare to play the best footy I can, I'm capable of playing good AFL footy. So I think another pre-season under my belt will hopefully take me to bigger things and continually improve. But I think for me, the preparation is the key. I think we always talk about it. That's Fifey's biggest message is just to continually prepare as well as you can, and that gives you confidence. And I've really kind of seen that this year with me. And I think for me, yeah, like I said, just continually prepare and improve mentally and physically.
Cal, do you look across the competition at your your peers in the first year player group and think, do you measure yourself against them and think I can be the best of this bunch? Does that cross your mind?
Not really sure to be honest. I watch them. I've played a lot of footy with them, with guys like Noah Anderson, Matt Rao, and those kind of guys, the Vic guys, and kind of seen a lot of them growing up. And then there's guys like Max King and Ben King, those kind of guys that are a little bit older, Isaac Rankin, but they're all going to be great players. Some of the things they've done this year are fantastic, and I've kind of seen myself being a bit of a fan because I've kind of known them growing up, especially with what Rowley was doing at the start of the year. So I think for me, it's a great group of young players, and it's really exciting for the AFL to have guys like that coming through, and I can't wait to kind of have more battles with them in the future.
The end of the season for Freo was really positive. What's the feeling amongst the playing group now as JI's sort of system starts to come in and there's sort of an expectation going forward? Is there a genuine sense of excitement now at Freo?
Definitely, yeah. I think everyone's excited. There's some real positivity around the group, but also we know that we can't be satisfied with honourable losses or pats on the back for improvement. While there has been a lot of improvement this year and everyone's really excited about what the future holds, I think we need to start putting actions into words and really just kind of keep improving and pushing each other along. I think this off-field stuff, we're going to really drive each other and keep improving in our system, our role, all those kind of things. And I think next year it could be anything. I think we're all really keen to take Freo back to the finals, and that's going to be our goal next year. And we're kind of just going to keep working until we get there. So I think we've got some really good characters around the group that will hold us in really good stead to take us there. But I think for us, yeah, we really just want to just put our words into actions and work hard.
Unless there's one final one, we'll wrap it there, guys.
I squeeze on in, Brett?
Yep.
Just wanted to quickly ask Caleb, who's your housemates? Is it Andy Brayshaw? Who have you got there with your housemates?
No, I've got a few of the other younger boys. I've got Jarvis Pinner, Sam Spikowski and Lloyd Meek that I'm living with at the moment.
And Locke, one to you.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask about Andy. You talked about how you've grown close to those boys this year in Chess. How keen are you to grow as not just your personal footy, but as a bit of a midfield trio?
Yeah, very excited. I think we're all really keen to kind of see each other succeed, and some of the games this year that Andy and Ches played were unbelievable, and some of the best footy I've seen. So they're both great players. I think we've got Shawnee Darcy in the ruck that's really exciting as well, and I think for us that's the future. We're all kind of under 21 years old at the moment, and we're kind of holding our own in the midfield. So I think another pre-season under our belt, we'll work hard together. We'll train together as much as we can and continue to improve. And I think it's really exciting, not only for next year but the future as well.
Cheers, guys. Thank you, Caleb.
Thanks, guys.